In the quiet, unassuming town of Castaic, California, a mystery unfolded in the summer of 2013 that continues to baffle and haunt those who hear of it. This is the story of Bryce Laspisa, a 19-year-old college student whose life took a sudden and inexplicable turn, leaving behind a trail of questions that remain unanswered to this day. Bryce was a charismatic young man, known for his artistic talent and vibrant personality. He had just started his sophomore year at Sierra College, where he seemed to be thriving. But in late August, something changed. Bryce began exhibiting unusual behavior, worrying his friends and family. On August 30th, Bryce left his college in Rocklin, California, intending to drive to his parents' home in Laguna Niguel. However, he never made it. Instead, his car was found overturned near Castaic Lake, with no sign of Bryce himself. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance are as puzzling as they are chilling. From cryptic phone calls to strange sightings, Bryce's case has all the elements of a haunting mystery. Despite extensive searches and investigations, the question remains unanswered. What happened to Bryce Laspisa? To understand the gravity of Bryce Laspisa's disappearance, we first need to delve into who Bryce was. Born on April 30th, 1994, Bryce grew up in the close-knit community of Naperville, Illinois, before moving to Laguna Niguel, California with his family. He was an only child, deeply cherished by his parents, Karen and Michael Laspisa. They describe him as a vibrant and loving son, always full of life and creativity. Bryce's artistic talents were evident from a young age. He had a knack for drawing and painting, often losing himself in his sketches for hours. This passion led him to pursue a degree in graphic and industrial design at Sierra College in Rocklin, California. As a sophomore, Bryce was thriving academically and socially. He was well liked by his peers, known for his easygoing nature and infectious smile. His close relationships extended beyond his family. Bryce had a tight circle of friends who admired his loyalty and sense of humor. He was also in a committed relationship with his girlfriend, Kim Sly, who described him as caring and attentive. They shared a deep bond, often spending weekends together exploring new places and enjoying each other's company. However, in the weeks leading up to his disappearance, Bryce's behavior began to change. His friends noticed he was drinking more than usual, and he seemed unusually anxious and distant. Despite their concerns, Bryce assured everyone that he was fine. On August 28, 2013, Bryce broke up with Kim unexpectedly, leaving her and his friends puzzled and worried. The following day, Bryce's actions grew even more erratic. He gave away some of his personal belongings, including a pair of diamond earrings his mother had given him. When his roommate Sean Dixon confronted him, Bryce simply said he had a lot on his mind but didn't elaborate further. Little did anyone know, these were the final days before Bryce would vanish without a trace, leaving behind a mystery that continues to torment those who knew and loved him. As Bryce Laspisa's promising life began to unravel, unsettling signs of trouble emerged. In the days leading up to his disappearance, Bryce's behavior became increasingly erratic and alarming to those around him. His friends and family began to notice a series of strange actions that would later become crucial pieces of the puzzle. Bryce started making a series of bizarre phone calls. He reached out to his parents late at night, expressing a sense of urgency and distress. In one call, he told his mother he had something important to discuss, but refused to elaborate. The cryptic nature of these conversations left his family deeply concerned. Adding to the growing unease, Bryce began giving away his personal belongings. He handed over valuable items, like his gaming console and beloved diamond earrings, ones his mother had gifted him. This sudden detachment from his possessions was out of character and raised red flags among his close friends. Even more perplexing was Bryce's sudden decision to drive away from college without any clear destination. On August 28, 2013, after breaking up with his girlfriend Kim, Bryce embarked on a mysterious journey. He left Sierra College and drove for hours, making sporadic stops and sending unsettling messages to his loved ones. One of the most chilling moments occurred when Bryce's car was found abandoned near Castaic Lake, California. The vehicle was overturned, yet Bryce was nowhere to be found. His phone, wallet, and laptop were left inside, adding to the enigma of his disappearance. These erratic behaviors, combined with his sudden departure, painted a picture of a young man in turmoil. What was Bryce running from? Or perhaps, what was he running towards? The answers remain elusive, and the mystery only deepens as we explore the final days before Bryce Laspisa vanished into thin air. As Bryce Laspisa embarked on his enigmatic journey from Sierra College, the details of his drive grew increasingly perplexing. On August 28, 2013, Bryce left his college campus, seemingly without a clear destination in mind. His path was erratic, marked by a series of strange and unsettling encounters. Bryce's first stop was in the town of Rockland, where he purchased a bottle of whiskey. This purchase seemed out of character for the typically responsible young man, raising concerns about his state of mind. From there, Bryce continued driving south, making sporadic stops along the way. One of the most significant interactions occurred when Bryce's car ran out of gas near Buttonwillow, California. It was here that he encountered a roadside assistance man named Christian, who provided him with enough fuel to reach a nearby gas station. Despite the offer of further help, Bryce declined and insisted he was fine. This interaction, captured by Christian's dash cam, showed Bryce appearing calm but distant, refusing to explain his situation. Bryce's parents, Karen and Michael Laspisa, were growing increasingly worried. They had been in contact with their son throughout his journey, trying to understand his erratic behavior. Bryce assured them he was heading home, but his actions told a different story. He spent hours in Buttonwillow, seemingly aimless, before finally resuming his drive. The last known contact with Bryce was a chilling phone call to his mother. He told her he had something important to discuss, but again refused to elaborate. As the hours passed, Bryce's parents' anxiety grew. They urged him to come home, but Bryce's responses remained cryptic and evasive. Bryce's journey took a dark turn when his SUV was found overturned near Castaic Lake. The vehicle was discovered by a passerby, abandoned and damaged. Inside, authorities found Bryce's phone, wallet, and laptop, but there was no trace of Bryce himself. The eerie emptiness of the scene deepened the mystery, leaving everyone to wonder what had happened to the young man on that fateful drive. As we piece together Bryce Laspisa's final movements, the questions only multiply. What drove him to embark on such a mysterious journey? Was he trying to escape something, or was he searching for answers? The enigma of Bryce's drive into the unknown continues to haunt those who seek the truth. As daylight broke over the serene landscape of Castaic Lake, an unsettling discovery was made that would deepen the mystery of Bryce Laspisa's disappearance. A passerby, driving along a remote stretch near the lake, stumbled upon an overturned SUV. The vehicle, identified as Bryce's, was a chilling sight, abandoned and damaged, with no immediate sign of its driver. Inside the SUV, authorities found Bryce's phone, wallet, and laptop, personal items that one would expect to carry, not leave behind. This eerie abandonment suggested a sudden departure, either by choice or by force. Nearby, there were no footprints, no signs of a struggle, nothing to indicate where Bryce might have gone. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. The overturned vehicle raised more questions than answers. Was Bryce involved in an accident, or had something more sinister occurred? The lack of physical evidence at the scene left investigators baffled, and his family heartbroken. The empty, desolate surroundings only added to the haunting atmosphere, making it feel like a scene straight out of a suspense thriller. Despite extensive searches around Castaic Lake, including aerial and ground sweeps, no trace of Bryce was found. The water, the woods, and the rugged terrain held their secrets tight, refusing to reveal what had happened to the young man who once had a promising future. The discovery of Bryce's abandoned SUV marked a pivotal point in the investigation, turning the case from a missing persons report into a chilling, unsolved mystery. It left everyone from investigators to his loved ones grappling with the same haunting question: where is Bryce Laspisa? As we continue to delve into this perplexing case, the enigma of Bryce Laspisa's disappearance remains as unsettling as ever. As the mystery of Bryce Laspisa's disappearance deepened, authorities and loved ones launched extensive search efforts, determined to find any trace of the young man. The serene landscape of Castaic Lake became a hive of activity, with dive teams methodically combing through the murky waters, hoping to uncover clues submerged beneath the surface. The ground teams, equipped with search dogs and advanced technology, scoured the rugged terrain surrounding the lake. Volunteers from the community joined the search, their hearts heavy with hope and fear. Every inch of the area was examined, from dense woods to steep hillsides, but each lead turned into a dead end. Despite the relentless efforts, the search yielded no significant findings. No footprints, no discarded items, no signs of a struggle. Nothing that could explain Bryce's sudden and eerie disappearance. The frustration was palpable as days turned into weeks and the chances of finding Bryce diminished. The authorities expanded their search perimeter, venturing into nearby towns and checking surveillance footage, but the trail remained cold. Bryce's family, devastated yet unwavering, continued to hold on to hope. They distributed flyers, reached out to the media, and even enlisted the help of private investigators. But the answers they sought remained elusive. The search efforts painted a poignant picture of a community united in the face of a heartbreaking mystery. Yet, the question lingered: where did Bryce go? The exhaustive search highlighted the baffling nature of the case, leaving everyone involved grappling with the same haunting uncertainty. As the search for Bryce Laspisa yielded no concrete answers, speculation and theories began to emerge, each offering a different lens through which to view his mysterious disappearance. Was Bryce a victim of foul play, or did he choose to vanish on his own? One theory suggests that Bryce may have encountered someone with ill intentions. The remote location of his abandoned SUV and the lack of physical evidence could point to a potential abduction. But if that were the case, why was there no sign of a struggle, and why were his belongings left behind? Another possibility is that Bryce's actions were a deliberate attempt to end his life. His friends and family noted his unusual behavior in the days leading up to his disappearance. He gave away personal items, like his Xbox, and made cryptic comments that hinted at a deeper internal struggle. Could Bryce have been battling a hidden depression, or another mental health issue that drove him to take such drastic measures? Then, there's the theory of voluntary disappearance. Bryce was a young man at a crossroads, facing the pressures of college life, relationships, and the expectations of adulthood. Some believe he may have chosen to start anew, leaving behind his old life in search of something different. The fact that he was last seen driving aimlessly for hours adds weight to this possibility. But why would he leave his phone and wallet, essential tools for starting over? The psychological aspects of Bryce's behavior are crucial to understanding what may have happened. Experts suggest that his erratic actions could be indicative of a sudden psychological break, possibly triggered by stress, substance use, or an undiagnosed mental health condition. His last known conversations hinted at an urgent need to communicate something important, but what that was remains a mystery. As we delve into these theories, it becomes clear that each one raises more questions than answers. The disappearance of Bryce Laspisa is a complex puzzle, with pieces that seem to fit, yet never quite complete the picture. Was it foul play, a tragic end, or an escape from a life he could no longer face? The truth remains just out of reach, leaving us to ponder the possibilities. As the years passed with no sign of Bryce Laspisa, the emotional toll on his family and friends grew heavier. The uncertainty and lack of closure turned their lives into a perpetual nightmare, filled with endless questions and painful what-ifs. Bryce's mother, Karen, has been the pillar of strength in the public eye, but her heartache is evident in every word she speaks. Bryce, if you're out there, we love you and we just want you to come home. We will never stop looking for you. Imagine the anguish of a mother who hears nothing but silence when she calls out for her son. The Laspisa family has kept Bryce's memory alive through countless vigils, social media campaigns, and interviews, hoping against hope for a breakthrough. Bryce was like a brother to me. Not knowing what happened to him is a daily struggle. We just need answers. The community has rallied around the Laspisa family, offering support and joining in the search efforts. Yet, the lack of concrete answers leaves everyone in a state of limbo. Each passing year adds a new layer of grief, but also a renewed determination to find Bryce. Bryce's father, Michael, often speaks of the impact on their daily lives. Every missed holiday, every uncelebrated birthday is a stark reminder of Bryce's absence. It's like living in a nightmare that you can't wake up from. We just want to know what happened to our son. The emotional toll extends beyond the family to Bryce's friends, who have had to navigate their young adult lives with the shadow of his disappearance looming over them. They too have made public appeals, sharing their fond memories, and pleading for any information that could lead to Bryce. Bryce was always there for us, and now it's our turn to be there for him. If anyone knows anything, please, come forward. The story of Bryce Laspisa is not just a mystery. It's a heartbreak that continues to resonate deeply with those who knew and loved him. The family's resilience and unwavering hope serve as a poignant reminder of the profound impact of unresolved loss. The search for Bryce is not just about solving a puzzle, it's about bringing peace to a family that has endured years of unimaginable pain. As the years have rolled on, the case of Bryce Laspisa remains one of the most perplexing and haunting mysteries in recent memory. Despite extensive search efforts, numerous investigations, and widespread media coverage, the trail has gone cold. Bryce's disappearance continues to baffle authorities and leaves his family and friends in a state of agonizing limbo. No new leads have emerged to shed light on what truly happened that fateful night in 2013. Theories abound, ranging from tragic accidents to more sinister possibilities, but none have led to definitive answers. The haunting reality is that Bryce's fate remains unknown, and the questions surrounding his disappearance continue to linger. The Laspisa family has never given up hope, tirelessly advocating for any scrap of information that could bring them closure. They remain steadfast in their search, holding on to the belief that one day, the mystery will be solved. For now, the case of Bryce Laspisa stands as a chilling reminder of how someone can vanish without a trace, leaving behind only unanswered questions and a void that can never be filled. The search for Bryce continues, driven by the unwavering hope that someday the truth will come to light. As we reflect on this enduring mystery, let us not forget the human element at its core, a family longing for answers, a community rallying for justice, and a young man whose story is far from complete. As we draw this haunting tale to a close, one thing remains clear. Bryce Laspisa's disappearance is a case that defies explanation. The unanswered questions, the eerie circumstances, and the sheer mystery surrounding his last known movements continue to captivate and confound. Why did he drive for hours only to vanish without a trace? What was the important matter he needed to discuss with his mother? And how could a young man with so much promise simply disappear, leaving behind all his belongings? These questions linger, haunting not just his family, but all who have followed his story. The search for answers is not just a quest for closure, but a desperate plea for understanding in a case that seems to offer none. We invite you, our viewers, to share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Could there be a piece of the puzzle that has been overlooked? Is there a clue hidden in plain sight? Your insights might just bring us one step closer to unraveling this chilling mystery. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most perplexing cases of our time. The story of Bryce Laspisa is far from over, and with your help, perhaps one day, the truth will finally come to light.